Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is Pranya. I'm a first year BDS student from GDC Vizag. So let me explain the topic cementum. So what is cementum? Cementum is a third periodontal tissue and it is a hard tissue, hard connective tissue we can say. So and it is mesodermal in origin. How can we say it is mesodermal? So to learn how, you should know cementogenesis. So that means how the cementum is formed. So let me explain cementogenesis. Okay. So this is crown. Imagine it is a crown. After the completion of enamel and its protective layer called as reduced enamel epithelium. After the completion of enamel, right? So the inner enamel epithelium and outer enamel epithelium here, they both combine at the cervical end of the crown, at the cervical end, and form a loop. And this loop is called as the cervical loop. And this cervical loop leads to the formation of a bilayered root sheath called as Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath. Right? Like this. So inner to the Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath is the dental papilla, and outer to the Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath is the dental sac. Right? So this is the Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath. So at the apical end of the Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath, you can see here, this is epithelial diaphragm, right? Epithelial diaphragm. So these epithelial diaphragm, it sends some signaling molecules to the dental papilla. For what? To proliferate and form odontoblasts. Odontoblasts. These odontoblasts forms the mantle dentine or the primary dentine, right? So these mantle dentine, after the formation of mantle dentine, it triggers the dental sac. So you can say like this, triggers the dental sac to proliferate. So I already said Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath. So in this name it says it's an epithelium. So this root sheath is an epithelium. So near to epithelium there is always a connective tissue. So the dental sac is a connective tissue. So the dental sac, the cells of connective tissue we can say. So this is the epithelium and the dental sac is the connective tissue. What happens is that the cells of connective tissue, they proliferate. They proliferate and invade, means they divide themselves and invade on the Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath, right? And leads to the destruction of degeneration, we can say, degeneration of Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath. It leads to the degeneration of Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath like this. So, and there are some remnants of this Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath, remnants of Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath, which we call them as cell rests of Malles. So remember this point, cell rests of Malles, right? So it leads to the degeneration of Hertzsprung epithelial root sheath, I said you, and the cells of these connective tissue is nothing but the cells of dental sac, we can say. These cells of dental sac come in contact with the mantle dentine, which is already formed here from dental papilla, right? I already said you. So these cells of dental sac come in contact. I will use a different color. So these cells of dental sac will come in contact with the mantle dentine, and these leads to the formation of two different kinds of cells. called the fibroblasts and the cementoblasts, right? Cementoblasts. So the fibroblasts are found where these cells are held perpendicular to the mantle dentin, and the cementoblast cells are formed where these cells are held parallel to the mantle dentin. So right, from fibroblasts, collagen fibers are formed, and from cementoblast, cementoid is formed, which undergo calcification, means it's a primary cementum like, and it undergo calcification to form cementum later. So this is the process of cementogenesis. So we say the fibroblasts and cementoblasts, and these are two types of cementum. Because of different fibers, they are differentiated into two, called intrinsic fibers and extrinsic fibers. So you will understand that the intrinsic fibers are what, which forms the cementum, and they are cementoblasts, which are parallel to the mantle dentin, and the extrinsic fibers are formed by the fibroblasts and are perpendicular to the mantle dentin, right? We have many differentiations in length, micrometers, like that. So this is the differentiation between the intrinsic fibers and extrinsic fibers. And the cementum is also divided into two, like cellular cementum and acellular cementum, which I have been linking a photo here to understand the differentiation between the cellular and acellular cementum. So let us give a quick recap about what we learned. We learned that the cementum is a hard tissue, it covers the anatomical root, and I forgot to explain you about Sharpie fibers, sorry. So this is a Hertzsprung epithelial root sheet, right? Like this. So this is a Hertzsprung epithelial root sheet, and parallel to it, I said there is the formation of cementoblast cells, which forms the cementoid, which is uncalcified cementum. So here the cementum is present, and we have here, after the cementum, what we have? We have periodontal tissues. So there are some fibers which invade into the cementoid tissue for what? To give support to the alveolar bone to hold the tooth in a right position. So to support the tissues. So these fibers are called as Sharpie fibers. Sharpie's fibers, which will give support to the tooth. So these are actually the periodontal tissue which invade into the uncalcified cementum and which gives support to the whole root, and these structures are called as Sharpie's fibers, right? So I have said you about dental sac. It's a connective tissue. So the cementum is originated from the connective tissue, and it is called as mesodermal tissue. So that's it all about the cementum, guys. I think I have explained you in a correct way. So there is so much hard work to make this video, so please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Thank you.